Doesn't it look sweet, guys, in the game as well? I mean, the graphics are just so good. Hello people, what's up? This is Abhishek Man. So today we are taking a look at the Xbox Series S. After I made the unboxing video as well as the review video, there were so many people asking that can we take a look at the gameplay sample and how the gameplay looks. So I've hooked it up to my computer. I'm all set and let's go. So guys, the first game that we're testing out today is the GTA 5, which is a classic and a fan favorite. So for now, as you can see, if I go to my library, it is not optimized for Xbox Series X or S yet. For example, if you look at Forza, it has the logo, but GTA 5 does not. But on quick resume, the load times are still great. Using an external drive, and this particular game is loaded onto that particular drive, and it still works really fast. So I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. And if I try to steal a car, which is what we usually do in GTA, I mean, the graphics are just fabulous. Take a look, with all the reflections and all of that stuff. I mean, although someone might say that they're same as Xbox One X, which is true because it's not optimized yet. But still, guys, for a machine that you can get in around 34,000 rupees or like $300 in US, it's just amazing. And also, guys, the game feels quite snappy. If you take a look, I mean, my responses are being handled pretty well, and so far so good.
I almost crapped my thumb.
It's just a robbery, sweetheart. You insured.
Guys, be honest with me. How many of you actually do GTA missions, and how many of you just wander around like an idiot? Because that's what I do, simply. You have to give it to Rockstar Games. Even for a 5-year-old game, the physics and the graphics are quite spot on. To be honest, the physics feels better than Cyberpunk 2077 if you guys have played that game. So I mean, kudos. Okay guys, the next game that we're going to try out is actually Forza Horizon 4, which is optimized for Xbox Series X and S. So let's pull it up and see how it looks. I mean, this game in particular, it's like eye candy, guys. It's so good visually, as well as the controllers feel so sharp and so haptic. I mean, I personally love it. I mean, one of my favorite things in this game to do is just pull up a classic car and chill around. Look at the paint, guys, the car paint and the reflections. I mean, you can kind of say that it looks like ray tracing, but it's not. But still, I mean, good enough for 1080p surely.
You have arrived at your destination.
So let's get a proper car, guys. I did buy a few cars if I remember. So let's pull up the Lamborghini. Doesn't it look sweet, guys, in the game as well? I mean, the graphics are just so good. And there I, effed it up. And guys, if you see a bit of stuttering on your screen, that might be my capture card. So don't think it's the game because it's very smooth. Look at the speed. Oh my god. No. So the best thing about this game is, each and every brake, each and every throttle, you can feel it in your controller. The haptic feedback is too good when it comes to specifically this game. doesn't look as good as it was brand new. Definitely. So guys, if you're wondering, the damage is actually reduced every time you know, set it onto the garage or you park it at a house, so no need to worry about the cars. But I mean, yes, if you look at the car collection, there is each and every car available. So let's try one more. Let's try the Hummer. I mean, it's not fast as a Lamborghini, but you know, the response in the controller right now, it's just something you should totally feel. Feels like I'm driving an actual Hummer. Again, just look at the graphics, guys. I mean, the reflections, everything is just so spot on and so good. I mean, I don't really like the color, but it does look sweet. So guys, the next game that we're trying out is Doom, which is again one of those games, if you want to chill, if you want to kill a few zombies, I totally recommend this. This is a great game to play. So let's pull up the campaign. And I've just pulled up this game brand new. It wasn't open yet, and as you guys can see, the load times, they're not that bad for the first load. I mean, this one specifically is stored in my internal hard drive, you know, the optimized SSD for the Series S, and it does look great. Alright, so it's zombie killing time.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect.
These things can be pretty lethal to get them up close. So let's kill the zombie making machine. I don't know what the terminology behind it is, but yep. These ones in particular, the ones that throw flame, they are like tough to kill. And I'm about to die. Help, 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 I need help. Alright, perfect. You know, the key to this game is, I think, you don't stop moving. If you stand somewhere, you die. See, I just stopped for a second. Now I'll die. Help, help, help is needed. Yes.
A few moments later.
Okay, I'm dead. Now, this is a great time to check another feature, which is quick resume. So guys, if you remember, we were just playing Forza Horizon 4, and if I tap on it, it should start within 10 seconds. I mean, that's just awesome. So I just closed a game, you know, because I rage quit, because I'm a loser, and then I just pulled this one up. Alright guys, so the next game that we're going to test out is the Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which I believe is one of the most graphically pleasing games that you can play on this machine. I mean, it is stunning. So kudos to the developing team. All the graphics, all the scenes are like spot on, as well as the storyline. So I usually play it a lot, you know. This is the one that I play the most, to be honest. Again, looking at the load times, it shouldn't take long. I mean, just look at this game, how beautiful it is. the snow, the sky, the sun, everything. Look at the shadows and all the details. So that's the difference when you see an optimized game versus a non-optimized game. And especially if you're viewing it on an HDR device, this looks so stunning. So if I could buy, or if you ask me which game should you buy, if you could only buy one, this would be my recommendation. Definitely worth it. And guys, again, kudos to the Xbox Series S. I have been playing and testing multiple games from the past hour, and still no stuttering or jittering or any frame drops. Although it is quite hot right now if I take a look at it, but still, I mean, does function pretty well. Oh, that's something I shouldn't have done. So on that terrible note, let's pull up the next game. Also guys, great announcement by Microsoft. I have already pre-downloaded this game. So Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is a very demanding game even if you play it on a PC, will be out on 28th of July. So still a few weeks to go, but yes, looking forward to this so much. I'll definitely post a video once it's out. So next game that we're testing out is Call of Duty Warzone, because a lot of people are buying Xboxes just to play this game. This is a huge fan favorite right now, especially in the Battle Royale genre. So let's pull it up. Although I've not played it much, I've just played it a couple of times, but I hope I can show you guys how it looks like and how we can play it. While it's finding a server for me, one thing that you should know about Warzone is that it is one of the games which supports an additional mouse and a keyboard as well, so you can hook it up to Xbox Series S or X and still play the game without using a controller. Although it gives a really unfair advantage to the ones who are using mouse and keyboard because you aim better, but that's something that you can totally do, so you can check it out.
Dropping into the AO.
So guys, as you can see, this is pretty responsive and smooth as well, although it's just a warm up, but still, I mean, this does feel nice. So this is kind of an intro that it gives whenever you're jumping off the plane in Warzone. In case you guys haven't seen a stream or haven't had a chance to play it, this is what it looks like.
Battle Royale. Gas is closing on your position. Suggest you get moving. Enemy dropping into the AO.
So one cool thing about Warzone is that you land with a pistol in the hand, so you'd never fought. So guys, the next game that we're testing today is Watchdog Legion, which is another an open world game, and it is quite popular. It has new graphics. It was recently launched. So interestingly, I bought this one as a deal with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So I got 2 in price of 1, which is always good. But let's take a look how it plays and what it's about. So again guys, this is a game which has kind of a cyberpunk vibe to it. I mean, you can distract people, you can hack into portals using your devices. So later on it becomes open world where this guy would be killed. We don't have enough time to cover that in this video, but yes, again, another great game that you should definitely check out. So guys, one of the things that really disappointed me about the Xbox Series S was that if I go to settings and then pull up my TV and display settings, so for resolution 1080p there are no HDR modes. So you can only allow HDR10 if you're using 4K. I mean, the target market for this particular console was 1440p and 1080p gamers, and I don't really understand why they have not given an option to allow HDR10, because my Windows PC, it allows me to turn on HDR on my monitor, which has HDR capability, but not the Xbox Series S. So that's certainly a letdown and something that I was disappointed with. So guys, that was it. That was a few games that we played on Xbox Series S together today. Do let me know what should I do next and what video should I make next about the Xbox Series S. Let me know if there are any other games that you want me to play and share with you guys. So that's it guys, and have a wonderful day ahead. Bye bye.